Fresh out the box! Fresh out the box! Fresh out the box!
Hey there, everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Play City Mr. Son of Oak Games. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, Johannanan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. That's our podcast where me and Jahan and our friend Drew talk about movies, streaming shows, video games, and other pop culture things. So if you just can't get enough Fresh Out the Box, check out Fresh Out the Podcast, available where all podcasts are available. But tonight we're playing City of Mist, and I'll be reprising my role as Tim, the Toll Road Supervisor, a.k.a. Mythos of the Troll King.
Hello. It is me once more, Erin Baumier, your favorite game designer, which is probably not true, but I like to think so. I make games for Adventure Sling Productions. I also co-host our Adventure Sling podcast, where we just talk to the community and talk to different people about tabletop gaming and why we love it and the cool things about it. So anyway, besides checking that out at adventuresling.com, you can check me out right now playing Ellen Ketch tonight, who also has some sort of eldritch aspect about her.
And as always, I am Michael Kapow, aka Mr. Kapow, and you can find me all over the internet on Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao. And yeah, I am playing your precarious little girl, the Apocalypse, Maxine, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, and be sure to check out Fantastic Tales of Adventure on YouTube, because we got a little Mimi interview with Barry on there.
Gary went mining in the mines.
It's really good, too. I mean, I know that you were on an episode.
I was.
And there was a second episode that you were not on, or me. But I would say that the third one is really where Michael Powell hits his stride as the narrator, and really the Minds of Memoria really comes together in the show. It's probably at its greatest at episode 3 is what I'm trying to say.
That sounds about right.
It certainly was also the longest one we did so far.
So, where we last left off on City of Mist, the three of you tried to get more information about this cult, the leaders of this cult, the four that sit on this council of the cult. You know one of them is Harry Malding. You staked him out. You went to the tea shop run by Leafy Taylor to investigate what he's up to. There you heard things about a mental hospital run by the doctor, and then the priestess who works at a church downtown. You decided to investigate the church, but as you were leaving, you noticed a man with mutton chops stab one of the henchmen of Harry Malding, and in a bolt of lightning, he was gone. You didn't stick around to see what else happened. You went to the church. It began to rain, and it began to pour, and it became a torrential downpour. as flood warnings and hurricane alerts go off very suddenly. People are gathering at the church that you headed to for shelter, and you enter this church, do some snooping and pooping, break into an office, almost get caught by a giant guy. You sit through a sermon, and then you stick around after the fact. There is food set up, shelter set up, and you tried to get Helen, the pastor of the church, alone, but she declined to do so. As this is all happening, they begin to start to gather people towards the back of the room, towards some stairs that lead down for shelter. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that covers everything. Also, hey Vamp, thanks for all the boons. Everyone got booned. And oh, that's Aaron. Okay, I thought that was Eric from what's his name? Eric. You know what I'm talking
Jackson.
about? Eric Jackson. Yeah, I just saw the ERI, and I was like, oh, okay. It's Eric, but it's our very own Aaron Dippity. So,
Okay.
all of you have been booned. And then, yeah, take it away, Michael.
All right. Well, as Max sits down during the church service, a lot of things go through her mind, especially the past couple of days. Once again, she has returned to, well, the present, but you could say it's honestly her past, to try and fix things. But as always, something goes wrong. In fact, everything this time seems to have gone wrong. There's so many factors, so many differentials, so many variants that's just happening this time. Max she doesn't know what's going to happen next at this point. They have crossed the line in the sand where stuff that she knows is going to be happening isn't, and things that she doesn't know that's going to be happening is. And it's time, for some reason, she doesn't know whether she could trust her friends, her family, her chosen family, the family that she has returned to save and protect. Maybe, honestly, this might be the last time. Honestly, is the world worth saving if they're still going to be going down this path?
And boom, the opening monologue has concluded. Thank you, Mr. Kapow. But yeah, the three of you are in the church. One of the orderlies, one of the I forget what they call them. The church attendants, I guess, is beginning to line people up at a door and lead them downstairs, claiming accommodations for the evening.
I just want to say really quick to the others, something about this feels off.
Yeah, we're going down while it's flooding.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not good at all.
Well, I think we're gonna find that secret cultist altar we were looking for after all.
We just gotta make sure we don't end up with, in the snares.
Oh, don't worry. I'll focus in and call the big guy. Just stay behind me and we'll get out no problem. We just may have to do some swimming by the time we make it outside.
Guys, Els, seriously, be careful this time. Honestly, I And you can actually see kind of the fear in Max's face. You really don't know what's going to happen next.
What are they going to do?
Seriously.
Kill me? I still have 8 more lives.
Tim, don't even joke about that. Just please, you two, promise me, if you see the man with the mutton chops, just stay away. Stay away from him. It's dangerous. You could very well die, and I don't know if I could come back again.
Max, don't worry about it. We'll keep an eye out. We'll stay safe.
Max kind of sniffs and kind of goes, all right.
Hey, sorry. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna figure it out.
You're all gonna
I'm gonna-
die. Wow.
I'll nudge Ellen with my elbow and be like, I wasn't joking. I have 8 more lives.
Well, you don't need to waste them.
It's true. If I had 8 lives, I still wouldn't want to throw them away.
Man, you have no idea how bad I would throw a couple away. I'd probably get rid of 2 or 3 in 1 week. Just have a hell of a time.
You only have to really throw away 1, and you just have to do it publicly enough so no one fucks with you.
You just jump out of an airplane with no parachute, like straight up. Get rid of your fear of heights.
No, you do that thing. You do that thing where you super glue your hands to your head, and then you hang yourself with piano wire so that like it looks like you ripped off your own head. That's what
Your body hits the ground and you're holding your own head, and it looks like you're just a guy who ripped off his own head because he was so mad.
And then you come back and people are like, man, don't mess with that guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Ripped
Like
his head off,
he
he's so mad.
he ripped his own head off to death before. We have pictures.
And then
Look
he
at
came
this.
back.
Fun.
You have to do it like this, so it's like the right angle, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just do it like this, then somebody knows something's fishy. Because
That's Home Alone.
yeah. Well, that's
Home Alone.
if
You
your
want that.
head gets cut off like this and your arms straighten out, then you land right in your own crotch. So you have to be careful how you position your hands on your head.
There's a lot that goes into this, yeah.
It's really a
Yeah.
thoughtful process. Honestly.
You don't want to be the guy who ripped his own head off to suck his own dick to death.
Or do you?
Also noteworthy.
Wouldn't you though?
Because then you're not the guy that ripped his own head off. Then you're the guy that likes to party.
That's true. And nobody would party harder than that.
No one
That's
can
straight up
party harder than
Dionysus
that.
level. I mean, you're good.
Ozzy Osbourne snorted a line of ants. Don't tell me you could party harder than that guy.
I know, Vamp. Did you put a person with mutton chops? Yep. There's mutton chops in the Discord. Watch out.
Oh no!
For those of you in the Discord, beware of the man with the mutton chops. If he touches your post.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's pretty good. But yeah, so they begin to usher people downstairs. The people start to filter down these stairs towards the back. This church is pretty grand looking. It is pretty fancy. Previously, you had asked to check to see if there are secret symbols and stuff, and you did notice the iconography of tentacles and stuff kind of hidden throughout. What do the three of you do? Your options are to stay, or like beat up the priestess, or like leave, or like go downstairs. Or a fifth option that I don't know.
I feel like in my opinion, we should follow the crowd so we can catch her red-handed in this cult business, because right now this is just hearsay.
Can I, like, trip out effectively and visit the tomb?
If you want to.
And for the purpose
Something
of,
that you can do, yeah.
I want to see what's supposed to happen. Like, if there's another way, then can I see that?
What are you trying to look
From
at?
the other
Like,
side.
what are you trying to see exactly? Like how this
Like-
could happen?
Yes, like this situation, like I guess so. Ellen suspects that it might just be a trap sort of situation, and I want to know like if it's happening tonight, and if it involves what we've seen here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Trying to see, yeah. That way I can know what the urgency is if I make it back with my sanity.
Yeah. So you want to try.
So I want to throw out.
I think she wants to deduce how
I want to
boned we
divine.
are.
Yeah. So the best way I feel like we could do this is with a investigation roll.
Okay.
But the flavor of which shall be you entering the realm of Ryla and partaking of its mysteries.
Exactly. I once again find it's me, it's Ellen, but it's also not walking through these streets. It's like everything's in third person as I watch myself step through.
Weird.
The rest of you see me. My eyes roll back into my head, and I stumble into Tim and start like muttering just the language, just nonsense. And while that's happening, otherwise, I'm walking to the tomb, or I'm walking through to see if I guess I'm looking to show Ellen. I don't know. Does that make sense?
You're looking to show yourself?
Like what that information is. The investigation roll.
Yeah, investigation
I was just
roll.
flavoring it. I got lost in the flavor. I got an 8 with a power of 3.
Okay. That means you get to ask 3 questions of your omnipotent GM. I can actually see the future when I'm running this game.
That's true. So Ellen brings up, is this happening tonight? That's the first question.
You'll walk through the city of Ryla. You always wind up in the same place. You wind up on the steps of the great tomb that houses Cthulhu. You're really hoping he's still in there. You're never sure. But you will see an etching of the cycles of the moon. And above his doorway, there are 3. There is the new moon, and then the waxing and waning on either side of that. All seem to kind of be above it. You're not sure if this means it could be any of them, or somehow all of them at once. But it is a dark night out tonight in real life. It seems like you're in the realm of possibility. It could be tonight.
Okay. The second question that concerns Ellen, and this is when fear begins to creep into her heart a little bit. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. The people being drawn below, are they in danger?
Is that your question? Are they in danger?
Are they in danger? Okay.
Yes. An unambiguous yes.
Okay, cool. That's spooky. Last question. As that information begins to process, she also thinks, can she do it? I forgot her name all of a sudden.
Helen.
The priestess lady? Helen, that's right. Can Helen, I don't remember if we actually confirmed this or not, so maybe that's not the right question, but, like, is she strong enough to do it? Can she do it? Does she have what she needs right now? Is she
So
capable of fulfilling the ritual?
the answer to that question is based on understanding your own mythos. You are not the doorway to his tomb. You are the gate,
Right.
which means that you can open or close, but the doorway is really the final say here. Can she access that without you? I mean, it seems everything that you know about this whole realm that you're in, something like that is so within the realm of possibility in this crazy, fucked up nightmare world.
Okay. Cool. That's fun. That was my third question.
I did
Final
my best to make it interesting.
No, it was great.
Hey Tim,
That is-
how's your relationship with your mother?
Not great.
Okay. While Aaron's muttering on your shoulder, while Ellen is muttering on your shoulder, you'll hear your mother's voice whispering about being disappointed in you.
What is this, real life? I thought we are supposed to role play.
Hey, you said not good.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's easy to draw inspiration from the real thing.
It is. It is. It is. It's okay. In this world, she's dead.
Oh man, that's horrible.
My bad. Oh boy.
Can I say, as Ellen's kind of having, like, you know, looks like she's about to faint or something, I'm guessing, Maxine's going to kind of quickly kind of grab her by the waist a little bit, even though because she's, you know, Ellen's obviously taller than Maxine, and she looks over at Tim, goes, Tim, kind of, you know, that little...
Really quickly,
whisper-
Tim is not there.
Oh.
Neither are you. You grab Ellen by the waist. She is the gateway to Ryla, and it is open. You walk amongst the halls and the mammoth buildings and the glass pyramids of ooze, and you see the one that sleeps within the tomb. And he sees you.
Maxine kind of looks around, like, in her head, she's like going, shit! But outwardly, she's trying to, you know, maintain her composure and just kind of glares at, you know, I'm guessing it's Cthulhu, right?
It does appear to be the dragon himself. Yeah.
Just glares at Cthulhu and looks up at Ellen.
You don't see her either. You're alone.
What's going on?
He's in his tomb, but your vision of him, like, is outside of the tomb. You can see him in sort of a shadowed, colossal figure reach for you, and as he does so, your mind flashes as he wields you, the apocalypse, to destroy the world. And then Ellen, everyone's back. Everything's good. Everyone's back in the church.
Max kind of puts one hand up against the wall, the other hand on her own chest, and just kind of does that kind of labor breathing, looking down and kind of looks back and forth. Els, what just happened?
And
What's
actually, when we come back, I'm throwing up, like, immediately.
What the hell's happened to you two? Do you need an inhaler? Do you need... Oh, my God. I'm medic, doctor, bathroom. I'll pick them both up and
Not too soon.
kind of
Not
sort
too
of
soon.
drag them to the closest bathroom.
Not too soon. Not too soon. And Maxine's just kind of, just muttering, "Not too soon," over and over, kind of like a mantra.
Drag you guys over to the closest bathroom and push inside. What the hell is going on? What did I miss? Did you guys eat something while you weren't with me? Did you eat something in that office? Did you guys have cupcakes and you didn't bring me one, or what?
I wish that's what it was.
There's some guy standing by the food, eating a hot dog, just watching Aaron vomit, just completely unswayed by it. He's just like watching her do it, like eating.
That's true horror.
And then he's like nodding, like, okay.
Gets a second hot dog as we're leaving the room.
It's Eldritch Horror because it's not the Costco hot dogs.
No.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
It's okay, they're Hebrew National. Those are pretty good. He's gonna put extra chunky relish on it. You reminded him. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm just gonna add on to that one more time. This scene is played. The camera is showing just him. Just every time I like retch, you can't actually see it. It's off camera, but he's putting something new on his hot dog. Like it's mustard, and it's relish, etc.
The last one is like
and then it
crushed
pans
Oreos.
out, and I'm like,
His mythos is some weird, like, obscure Welsh vomit goblin. like,
I'm gonna say like a German
gonna say-
sausage goblin.
I was just
There's
gonna
like
say
no, go ahead.
his mythos probably that kid that eats the bugs in kindergarten. That's his mythos. The kid that
Okay.
ate the bugs.
He's
in kindergarten.
every kid that eats the bugs, yeah.
Yeah, always one.
There's always one. There he is. So anyway, I just wiping the sweat off my forehead, and I looked at Tim. The door. She can open the door.
I lean over and lock the bathroom door, and I'm like, of course she can. She has the keys to this place.
No. No. And I get some water. And I drink it. No. The door. There's the gate.
Out
But
of character,
beside
out of
that, there's the
character.
door.
Out of character, Jahan. Do I need to make a roll, or does Max know that she's the door? I'm figuring that she's the door.
I mean, you realize that she can bring you there.
Max isn't the door?
Max isn't the door.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I interpreted.
No.
Sorry.
No one is the door. Well, I mean, so Air's the gate, but there's also, you don't just put a gate on nothing. The gate blocks the entryway, and so yeah, the entryway is no one.
The people that are going down in the basement, they're in danger. We have to get out of here and do something. We have to find Helen.
Like, we get out of here, or they get out of here too?
They get out of here. We have to get them out of here.
Okay. All right. I know some friends at the police station. Let me give them a call. I work for the toll road, as you know, so sometimes we have to call the police to clean up accidents, get some tows and stuff. So let me give them a call. Let me call my little sergeant buddy, see if they can have somebody down here. Roads are probably closed because of the flood.
They are. Is that you stopping in the middle of doing what
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh well.
I thought of these things.
Max kind of holds up her hand. Give me a second.
I was
I'm
ready
gonna
for
try.
you.
I'm gonna try.
You can still call them
I'm
though,
gonna try.
Gary, if you want to. They have boats and shit.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna try something. Max, I want to have Max kind of try to see through the culprit's eye. My prevent the world mission event thing. I was wondering if I could use that with identify the cause, my friends, because my friends are here, and here. I'm gonna use the weakness tag of nightmares. I basically want Max to try to see through the eyes of Helen and see if she could peer into her plans.
Good. Make an investigatory.
Let's see here. I'm going to use another power type driven because Max is pretty driven about to prevent the apocalypse.
Uh-oh. Everything closed. One second. Let me reestablish. And boom. I did it. What all are you using? Sorry.
I'm using identify the cause,
Okay.
see through culprit's eyes, my friends, driven, and the weakness tag nightmares. I'm gonna probably say using abilities like this usually by peering into another person's mind is a little bit of their psyche, invites their psyche into Max's as well, which causes her to have nightmares.
Okay. Don't use driven.
Okay.
The rest of them are fine.
Okay, sounds good.
I feel like 4 is a lot. Okay.
All success.
Ask your questions. You begin to peer through the culprit's eyes.
How many? Again?
2.
Okay. The first one would be Max wants to see like the general vicinity of Helen, like where she's at and everything that's going on around her right now.
You want to see what's going on around her?
Right this minute.
Right this minute, she is in the basement with everybody. People are picking cots. And she's going to stop suddenly. And she's going to walk towards a corner. There's a bathroom down there. She's gonna step in front of the mirror, and she's gonna look into it. But you can see through her eyes, and she's looking at you. And she smiles. It's one of the things I can do because of you.
My second question is going to be, as Max stares, Helen staring into the mirror, staring at her, she's going to try to push her mind even further into Helen's psyche. Just try to kind of figure out her plans, her specific plans of what she's going to be doing.
You look into her mind, and you can see the people in the basement on the ground, dead. The ground is soaking wet. The cots are all askew. People are just littering the floor, dead. She goes up to one of them and picks them up. You can't really tell who it is, but she picks one of them up. And then you can hear that person take a gasping breath. And that's the plan. But she gets to ask you a question. She's not actually physically asking you. She's penetrating your mind. But I'm going to ask you a question, and you have to answer on similar terms to the way I have to answer. Okay. So, what do you know about the ritual?
can I describe rather than say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as long as if she can see the ritual, that counts. Yeah.
I was gonna say Max is kind of struggling to not submit to Helen. From what Els and Tim could see in their perspective, Maxine's little hands are like all into fists at her side. Her knuckles are white, as kind of a thin trickle of blood just kind of starts dripping out of her nose, almost in a concentrating, just like, and each drop just hitting as each drop kind of hits the floor, Max's mind to those drops are as loud as a beat of a loud drum. But in her mind, as was kind of penetrating her mind, she kind of sees kind of like flashes of what happened that day when Max first disappeared. She sees everybody gathered together. How the book was found. Els with the ring. Els got the ring after, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then kind of the words kind of spoken. These are on flashes and fragments as Max is just trying her damnedest to try to keep Helen out of her mind.
You'll step back. You're looking through her eyes. She's looking at you in the mirror, so you can see yourself through her eyes in the mirror. And she's going to say, "Thank you." And then she'll do this, and you're kicked out of her mind.
Max, at that point, Max kind of just falls in a crumpled heap, and she's just breathing really heavily, kind of sobbing, kind of gasping for air.
Yeah, I'll help you up and make sure you're okay.
Weakly, Matt's gonna holds her hand up and goes, "She knows. She knows."
Now the bathroom door swings open all of a sudden, and 3 of the clergy come in, and they are holding bludgeons. Wooden.
I'll put
bludgeons.
myself in between both of the girls and the clergy walking in. We're pooping. Could you wait?
My immediate reaction is the time for pooping is over, and then one of them locks the door.
Hell yeah, the time for pooping is over.
Ooh, bathroom brawl scene. This is dope. Okay.
Yeah,
You need anything else?
is there bathroom brawl fight music that cues up, or
Yeah,
I don't expect
whatever the music is when they fight all those robots in this is the World's End.
You can
In the
use that,
bathroom.
but in my mind, I'm using the soundtrack from Roadhouse.
I can't picture that because whenever I think of Roadhouse, all I do is hear Peter Griffin say Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
every
Soundtrack.
time I hear Roadhouse, I think about Patrick Swayze dying from butt cancer.
Same, actually. That's pretty funny. Good times. Roadhouse.
Don't be a Swayze. Get your poopy checked.
That's right, I don't really have
Find more
anything
health
to
tips.
I don't really have anything to add. Just get it.
That's what happens when you roundhouse kick every proctologist that you come across.
Roundhouse kiss. I like that. It's a kiss where you spin all the way around first.
It's intense.
I'm gonna practice that. That sounds like too much fun.
Patrick Swayze, but his mythos is Cupid. He's
Jean-Claude Van Damme with the Mythos Cupid. Roundhouse kick and a kiss splits.
Mm-hmm.
you get your little butt bite. But yeah, so these 3 enter the scene. Ba, 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 ba. Fight music. Ba, 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 ba. Fight music. All right, so they just sort of fan out, and this is me doing the soft move, like preparing to take action. So, any one of you may take the first dance card here, fellers.
I'm gonna roar. I'm gonna scream in sort of this guttural, bestial voice that's deeper than my own. And as I do, you see my body start to crack and dysmorph as my eye socket gets a little bit larger. I have a lump sort of appear out of my head, and my skin starts to turn this ruddy red color. And then a giant arm slams the ground, and I have this huge misshapen troll arm. And I'm gonna get ready to smash the ever-living crap out of these fellers.
Dun, 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 dun. Fire music. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Yeah,
I would like to use get behind me.
Okay.
It's clobbering time.
Okay.
And let's see if I have something from the other one. No, those are more defense based. I'll just take the 2.
Go toe to toe or hit with all you got.
I'm gonna hit with all I got.
Dun, 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 dun.
I've rolled a great success with a power of 2.
All right, choose 2, buddy. Choose 2 from that list. You got a power 2. That means you get to choose 2 modifiers from the list.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get more of them. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So does that mean if I get more of them since I rolled a power 2, does that mean I now get 3 of them?
No, so that it means that you'd get just 2 of them, but you could do it twice theoretically to get.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it twice to slap down this whole clergy crew with my giant, almost Hellboy-like, except like 8 times the size, nasty troll arm.
Instead of stone, it's like pus and grossness.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I was imagining boils and pus and like some hair where it shouldn't be.
Boils and pus. Boils and pus. Boils and pus. I'm a little.
Hit him with that nasty slap. Nasty slap. Nasty slap. Hit him with that nasty slap.
Nurgle just got like 10 times stronger today.
Nurgle gets stronger every day. So,
thanks, America.
You get to choose an appropriate status of tier 2 to give to all 3 of them.
I would like to give them like maybe like a knocked out status.
So knocked out would be like the tier 5 of this. So, like, what's the tier 2 of this? So it's like battered or
stunned, maybe. Stunned. Yeah, battered. Yeah, because I'm working towards knockout. Yeah. So let's just get let's get 2 battered. That sounds great.
Yeah, the statuses are like Pokemon. Alrighty.
Do I have to say battered? Since it's like Pokemon.
Go.
Battered.
Battered. I can't with that. That's good. That's a good Pokemon.
You have to do that, though.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a fighting type.
No. It's a fighting type. Battered. That's all that's happening in my head now. This little Pokemon going battered. So. Now. One of the other 2 of you go. Either one.
Okay, cool. So then I turn from when they bust in and you turn into a troll arm, 60 to 70% troll arm. Then I turn and stand up and like put my arms out like this, like open, and my shoulder like turns into a tentacle and like shoots over like your left side, Tim, to try to grab one of the guys. Probably some kind of go toe to toe or hit with all I've not hit with all I've got.
It can be go toe to toe.
The goal here is to like wrap one up in like a smother hold with a tentacle limb.
Yeah,
morphed into.
You can absolutely do go toe to toe.
Cool. Let me just summon the deep. Of course, we'll do the Ryla language and whispers.
What did Vamp say earlier? Vamp said, "What enough Cthulhu Ryla wop wop."
Of course they did.
Exactly. No, we won't do that. Okay.
The only vow they have is you, apparently.
A mild success.
And I. Look at that. A mild success. Look at that. Hey, barely a mild success, too.
Right.
Choose one. You manage to achieve your goal. You get
can
them
we do-
good, or you block, dodge, or counter their best attempt to hit you back.
I actually want to get them good. I want to get them. I don't know what I don't have the statuses right in front of me. What page are they on, actually? Or at least I just want to say.
There are example statuses, but you can just make them up.
Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, I'm looking at like I want to have them. What's the word? Like restrained, or suffocating. I don't know if I can do both.
You can do restrained.
Let's do restrained. Cool. Yeah. So I just like one is like gripped tightly all of a sudden. In this to a tier of 3.
Alrighty, so tier 3. So the way that works is that supersedes the tier 2. Technically, tier 2 is still there, but now their like counter is 3. So one of them is restrained.
Nice.
I forgot to do this part to Gary, but that's okay. So when you stick your tentacle out, you kind of leave yourself open because your tentacle's there. One of them's going to cudgel it. So go ahead and do a face danger roll.
Face danger. Do I still get to throw on my things?
You still get to throw on things, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
You can throw on different things, and yeah, it's a completely separate roll. I never roll.
I'm gonna throw friendship in on this
I'm
one.
a piece of
Otherwise,
garbage.
it's just a matter of my
Friendship's good.
mythos.
Friendship is rare.
And sorry, which one was that? Face danger.
Face danger. Face
Oof.
danger. You take the status, but with minus 2. All right. You get cudgeled, so you're gonna be bruised 1. Is gonna
Bonk.
be.
Okay.
Yeah, you get bonked on the head.
You got bonk 1.
You got bonked 1. Hey, Puppet Plow Mitch.
Yes, Puppet Pal Clan.
What did the bat
Bonk
say
on the
today?
head.
Bonk on the head. Yeah, that's true. They didn't even do a whole thing.
Nope. That's pretty funny.
God, is that why we're like this?
It's part of it, yeah.
Bong on the head. Alrighty. Mr. Kapow. Maxine. There are these 3 individuals. And they said, the time for pooping is over. And then Gary slapped them all, and then a tentacle shot out of Ellen, grabbed one of them.
All right. Well, is it cool if can I say this
Super
bathroom
cool.
has those old those what do you call it? Lighting fixtures with the tube lights.
Yeah,
Technically,
halogen lights? Yeah.
Yeah. I say above that, Maxine kind of looks at it. Weakly, her hand kind of goes up towards it. Her hand's kind of shaking. And she's kind of instead of concentrating on the joints, she's concentrating on the screws holding those lights up. Well, essentially, she wants to unmake the screws to have the lighting fixture kind of just drop on top of the 3 guys.
Okay. That will be a go toe-to-toe.
Alright, and I will be using unmake, since that's literally the power. I also have it being powered by the anxiety in the room. I'm guessing there's a lot of anxiety going on in the room right now since they're in a fight.
I suppose. Yeah. They're not overly anxious, but yeah, they are. I mean, it is a fight. Da, 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 da.
Also want to
Fight
use
music.
my friends because Maxine is using her powers to protect her friends.
Except for Ellen, who's standing right under this light. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say where she's standing. I said I cast Fireball.
That's fair.
Ooh, look, somebody
I was also
playing
going to
the
say,
wizard.
remember from previously, like, Els is holding Maxine, so wherever Maxine is, Els is. So, and I don't think they're going to be dropping a light on themselves. That's my argument.
That's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Brutal, right? Brutal, right?
Yeah. Toe to toe.
Hell yeah!
That's a dose.
that?
That's a dose. Yeah, you managed to achieve your goal, which means that you do the thing. So you can drop a tier 3 status on them.
Alright, well, I will drop that tier 3 status on them. That tier 3 being the lighting fixture.
I'll have it upgrade their battered to bruised.
And that's the evolution.
Bruised.
Battered. Bruised.
No, bruised is even higher though. Bruised.
Just gets smaller as it evolves.
You can't even hear it. When I tried to make that. I tried to do knocked out and it just wasn't even going to transfer.
Hairline fracture. Hairline fracture.
Concussion!
So the light's going to hit 2 of them. All of them are now sitting at tier 3 statuses. And then... yeah, well, I mean, one of them's going to try and hit the little girl because it's funny. So, face danger, Maxine.
No! Alright, let me set this. Face danger is... Roll is that?
It's one of the rolls. It should be there somewhere.
I'll just change the game. Hit with all you got. Convince. Investigate.
Maybe-
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Can I add any tags to it, or do I
Yep,
just roll
you
it?
can add tags. As it works completely normal, like any other move. It's just a move I force you to take.
I'm going to use her power tag. Deny. I want to deny this from happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. See here.
Can't see
Ooh, I
you,
got
can't
it.
hurt me, can't see you, can't hurt you.
Deny. I'm going to use presence. Feeds off anxiety and fear. My thinking behind this is Max is going to kind of stimulate a wave of fear towards this man. You know, like the very pits of his soul to kind of, instead of seeing a little girl, he sees all the atrocities, all the horrible things of happening of upcoming apocalypse.
Absolutely.
Also, you know what? I'm going to also use a weakness called... Where is it? Where's that weakness? Can't tell allies from foes, because you know what? I think this would be fun if Maxine at this point can't really control her powers because she's under so much stress.
It's fair.
Alright guys, but this is good storytelling.
Do it.
Mild success.
So, this guy's going to take tier 2 fear. Both of you make
No.
separate face danger checks.
Let's do it.
As you're consumed by visions of the impending apocalypse. The fires rain down. I mean, really, it's a lot wetter than you're expecting. There's a lot of water. The island kind of sinks. And then, like, Cthulhu wins. So, boom. It's not a great description. I feel like you would never actually see him. Yeah.
Face danger.
No, face danger.
Face danger.
Face danger.
Do any of my
Danger, Will Robinson!
Would any of my crustiness or regenerativeness help me in this situation? I feel like it doesn't. I feel like this is not the time for that.
No, but other things could. I mean, anything that you have that could help hold you up against fear. Terror.
Man, I don't have a lot of brave skills either.
Maybe you got like Troll King shit, right?
Not really. Not as much as you would think.
It's hard. It's hard to be scared when you smell this bad.
Just gonna go for it. Face danger. Oh no!
All right, so you're gonna take a tier 2 fear. Aaron, you are only gonna take a tier 1.
This is from Maxine, right?
Maxine irradiates fear.
I use a hurt point to reduce that.
So you have to use the hurt points to stop them from doing the thing.
Okay.
Although, I mean, if you really want to, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'll use a hurt point to reduce it by 1.
Yeah, you prepared for this. So,
Yes,
you'll be rewarded.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's okay. Excellent. All right. So, after the light falls, 2 of the 3 are knocked unconscious. The third one is still up and about. He looks at his compatriots. He's going to... He's going to do a thing.
What's he gonna do?
He's going to do a thing.
No,
What
He's
is
gonna
he
do something.
gonna do?
a thing.
He better not.
It's gonna do a thing. It's too
I'm
late.
about to eat him. He better not do anything.
Okay.
He's just like he's at the restraint.
He'll do this.
Wouldn't be
He'll look at his compatriots and he'll smile at you guys. He'll be like, "It's okay. We did our job. We just had to keep you here for a little longer." And then he's going to
Bastard.
raise his club. And then Gary, you can go.
I'm gonna eat him.
Okay.
With Get Behind Me, It's Clobbering Time, and the overwhelming stench. As I lean in, he's just sort of frozen as I take a bite of this human man. Just right on his face. I'm gonna eat him right on his face.
Eat him in
Would
the
that-
face.
Would that be
Trolls
hit
can
with-
only eat the blood of Christians. It is known.
Good. I was watching the newest Hellboy, not that it's new, last night, and I forgot that ogre, the little pig ogre, eats the cleric's tongue so that he can cast the spell because only the words of a man of God can open the crate. That's what's going on here, I think. You got an ogre
pretty
about
cool.
to eat a man of God so that I've got his divine voice.
Yeah, in the movie Troll Hunter, it's like a Scandinavian film or whatever. It's a foreign film. They can smell the blood of Christians, and so before he goes to the woods, he's like, "You guys aren't Christians, right?" But one of them lied. It was fun. 12.
Yes, I rolled a hit it with all you've got. I rolled a 12, a 3 power, and then I'll get him good 3 times and eat this guy. Who should already have 2 battered statuses on him.
Fuck. Yeah, but if you're gonna hit him with a tier 6 status, oh no, it'd be tier 5. You got to choose 2, so you can bump that up. I'll let you do it twice. Yeah, you can bump it up to 5, and yeah, so pretty much he takes a tier 5, and that you can eat him.
Yeah, eat this guy. Chomp, 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 eat him, toss him back like a T-Rex, and eat the whole guy, and then blast open the bathroom door. And then I'll start moving cinematically, I think. We'll start moving towards the downstairs to save the people.
Oh god. So I'm sitting on 2 power-ups now. What's up, Corbinian? What's up, Synth Weasel?
Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, you blast open the doors, and you head towards... What'd you say?
Head towards the downstairs where the people are captured and possibly in danger.
Yeah, you run towards the downstairs. The 3 of you, right? All of you go?
Mm-hmm.
There's no one up here anymore. The whole place is abandoned. You run to the stairs. You begin to run down them. As you hit the stairs, the walls kind of become more of a basic cinder block with that crappy white paint like in schools. The ceiling here turns into wood panels. And you go down these stairs to find... Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
I love that you said the white paint on the cinder block walls, like in schools, because I envisioned it, but that's also what they use in prisons, because welcome to America.
I mean, schools and prisons are the same thing, yeah. But yeah, you guys will have to tune in here in a minute. We're going to go ahead and take our break right there. So, hey, thanks for everyone for coming out. Thanks for everyone for all the boons and dooms and all that good stuff. And we will be right back.
Fresh out the box. One, two, 3, 4. I'm fresh out the box. I'm fresh out the box.
Paste or
Yes, and the salted duck egg.
If you like salted duck egg, you'll like it. If you don't,
I've
Not
never
gonna like
had
it.
it, but it seems like
Okay.
it would be so rich and
Salted,
creamy and
salted
caramelly.
duck eggs are like quack. You're fucking welcome. Hey everybody, we're back. We did it. We did it. We landed on the moon. Hi, kitty. Yeah, welcome back. This is City of Mist, and you guys are in a basement.
True.
It's
I'm
me.
Johanan.
It's me,
That's good.
Casualty CDG, and I'm a duck egg.
Quack.
Hi, Aaron Baumier, that's me. Aaron Dippity Doo is also me, and Ellen Ketch, and also the city of Riley are also me.
And once again, I am Michael Pout, aka Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. Yeah, I may not be a duck egg, but I am a mighty duck.
Quack.
Ducks fly
Quack.
together.
Quack,
Quack.
quack, 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 quack.
You know what
I used
that
to
means?
love the Mighty Ducks movies.
That means it's Duckle Puck time. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have descended into the bowels of this church, the prison-like cinder block walls, the sprawl of people staking out their cots for the evening. As you come downstairs, everyone's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's happening. There are people taking shelter here during the storm that's raging outside. You can hear the wind howling a bit out there, but people are nice and safe in here, nice and comfy. The walls are mostly unadorned. There are some motivational posters. There are some little statuettes around the perimeter of the top of the wall.
Any columns or pillars to support this subterranean structure?
No, there are no pillars.
Can I say,
I mean, you see like cross beams. You can see the exposed cross beams, but there are little like faces, like around the edge, with their mouths
Okay.
open. Yeah.
Can I say that one of the motivational posters that's hanging on the walls is that one where the kitty is hanging on the clothing line that's and the bottom says, "Hang in there."
That's fine.
There's another one that says duck eggs or quack.
They're
No,
next
duck
to
eggs
each
are
other.
requackered.
Requackered. All right.
So we need to get them out of here, and I don't think we're gonna convince them to leave into the storm.
When I come down the stairs, I'm still all trolled out. I look monstrous. I'm horrifying.
Like, do they see you like
some
that?
of the people, you'll see them notice, but when they do, they sort of start to forget, and they like ignore you. Because yes, the mist is also, it's a metaphysical force, and it does keep you hidden from Reggies, which you guys haven't really played with too much. You haven't had to really hide yourself from the regular population.
What if I'm not trying to hide myself from this room full of people?
It's-
I'm just trying to terrify them.
The mist wants to hide you.
Okay.
I mean, they can't see you if you like really do stuff. Like, you start beating people up, yeah, they'll notice, they'll freak out, they'll attribute it to something else. But yeah,
I have an idea.
as long as you're just passively standing there, they're not going to necessarily notice you. Maybe like a child will stare at you; they'll notice. You had an
Before your idea, would it be cool to say that Aaron's kind of helping Maxine like down the steps? Like Maxine's like super kind of weak and.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I've got you. And then when we get down there and we're realizing that, like, that effect basically, that no one's really responding to Tim or us really in general. I have an idea, Max. You can kind of affect, like, emotions or something. I feel like sometimes around you, well, it might just be everything else. But moods change.
Max weakly says, "It's the fear of the end."
Hey, we're gonna get through this. It's not over yet. But I can probably, I could try to cause some hysteria, generate some sort of reason to go, but I don't think it's something I can control.
I don't think here right now will help, but if you could cause the people to go into panic, I could give them. And she kind of looks up, her eyes kind of, if you look into her eyes, you can almost see like two, like the mushroom clouds appearing. I could give them cause to panic.
We want them to go out of the basement, though, not entirely freak out, I guess. Kind of like looked at him a little nervously.
Max nods and says, "What you're gonna do what I need to do." Kind of goes down on her all fours. She kind of has her palms down on the ground. Get out of character. This is what I'm thinking. If Els could cause hysteria, I'm thinking I want to have Max send her powers of, let's see, what is it? Make down into the foundations of the church, essentially to cause like destroy and crush and kind of shift the tectonic plates of the land around them.
I mean, that is possible. So as you guys descend the stairs and you begin to formulate this plan of this campaign of terror, there are several of the faithful down here. They're standing in the corners of the room, and Helen herself is down here. She looks when you come down the stairs at you. She nods to one of her associates. You'll hear a as a giant steel door descends behind where you entered. People look. They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" One guy will get up, I'll be like, hey, what was that? What's going on? Isn't that a fire
Your
code?
time for pooping is over. As this big troll lumbers into the room, I'll look towards that closest acolyte who walked off the wall. It's about to be go time.
So as you do this, Helen will look at all of you. I'm afraid you are out of time. And she'll smile, and I'm going to activate one of my GM power-ups, of which I have 2, thanks to the chat. And she's going to hold her hands out, and whoosh, she just disappears. As she does so, music starts playing down here, like an old-timey, like, opera music.
Like an organ, just a fucking screaming pipe organ.
An organ can work, yeah. Starts playing Phantom of the Opera. And then all of the mouths around the perimeter of the ceiling just begin spewing water. People do start to panic.
Max is going to kind of yell out to Helen in general if she's in the room. You fool! The end is not what you think it is. Do not want this to happen.
She is not, but she'll hear you wherever she is. The 4 faithful that are still in the room, they seem pretty calm. They're just standing there watching the room start to fill up. It's already up to like your calves.
Tim's punching a guy, right?
You want to punch a guy? You can punch a guy.
Yeah,
too.
I'm definitely going to start off by punching a guy, making sure we have a clear path to move forward.
Yeah, you can punch one of these dudes.
Let's punch a guy. Let's punch a guy and see what happens.
Never know.
Let's go with get behind me. Let's go with it's clobbering time. Let's go with crusty armor. As I'm going to get in the grease and slap this guy, providing my tank-like ability. Hit it with all you've got. I rolled a 10, great success with 3 power.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and
You get to choose 2.
choose 2.
So you can take cover and secure a superior position so they can't hit you back. You can get them good, or you can hit more than one of them, or you can control collateral damage. It's vague on purpose. Or you hold the target, so you can taunt them, or gain the upper hand by generating juice. So you got to do
All right.
2 of those things.
I definitely want to get more of them and get him good, because I want to hit this guy across the room into another guy.
Okay. So you're going to hit 2 of them with a tier 4 power.
And then the last thing I'd like to use is you gain control of collateral damage. I want to see if I
you only get 2.
Oh, I got 3 power.
The 3 power
So
is
only
the
get 2?
status effect. You still only get 2.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's right there. It says choose 2. In that case, let's definitely do gain control of collateral damage and get more of them. Those are the 2 that I'll do.
Okay.
And as far as gaining control of the collateral damage, I'd like to see if I notice what I can break in this room to make the water flush out. Surely there's a drain or something for after this event. So as I smash one guy into the other, I'd like to gain some control of the collateral damage, which is the water.
Yeah, you might be able to drain some of it out. I can't guarantee that it's going to work completely.
Question.
4 reasons. Yep.
Would it be possible for me to take my turn now to kind of help in this endeavor? My idea is Max is going to amplify the shockwave of Tim's strength as he pounds to the ground to kind of amplify the shockwave of kind of causing those tectonic plates to move, to create large chasms in this room.
I mean, so you can play off of what he
out.
does for sure, but we'll just finish resolving his shit real quick, and then
Okay.
right after you can go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you knock one guy into another for 3. These guys are pretty flimsy. The 3 will take them out.
All right.
The collateral damage. Yeah, I mean, there is like a drain that is closed on one end of the wall, and you're like, oh, hey, look at that. And you smash that with the two guys like crash into that, maybe crack it a little bit. But yeah. Now you can go.
All right.
I want to make sure you guys see those drains too.
Yeah, they would hit you back if they weren't unconscious. So.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to use Unmake. I'm going to use the powers of basically Maxine's going to be feeding off the anxiety of everybody in the room to kind of amplify her powers. Here. I use Driven. Driven and my friends, and then I'm going to use the weakness tag. Hubris.
Okay.
All right. What would I make a roll of?
What are you trying to do specifically?
Max is basically going to amplify the shock waves from M's punches that were into the ground to shift the tectonic plates of the earth around them to create like these chasms or cracks within earth to drain down the water.
Okay, you want to break the earth open. That
Hopefully maybe cause some collateral damage. Maybe if, a cultist or two falls into it and are never seen again. Hey, we're all happy.
Sure. Let's see. So you're trying to do something that's like truly powerful, which is fine. I encourage you to do so. But there is
Change the game or hit with all you got.
There is a special rule. I think it is changed. No, it's not changed again.
With all you got?
No. You're gonna have to temporarily burn a tag.
Okay.
Because then you can definitely do this.
Is it stop holding back?
Stop holding back. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Thank you.
It's a cinematic move, Michael.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, you can do stuff that you normally couldn't. This is like a grand example of your power. This is yeah. So when you use your powers in a new and never before seen way or scale, tell me what you hope to achieve, and I will tell you to sacrifice the sacrifice it will take from you.
What's the sacrifice it will take from me?
You will do a roll plus logos. This is the plus logos, which is weird. On a hit, you achieve exactly what you wanted. So go ahead and make a roll. I think there's a stop holding back roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And honestly, you just activated one of my recent upgrades. My expression, which is Unmake, contain the surge. When you make the move, stop holding back with your Mythos expression powers. If you roll a 6 or less, treat it as a 7 and 9 instead.
Cool. Excellent. So you do hit a 9. You have a power of 3. Oh, that's Tim.
Tim, I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, I just clicked it. I clicked
Just
it
to
to
see
see
it.
what the
That's
options were. Yeah.
Oh, change the game, right?
No, stop holding back.
Holding back, okay. Dramatic.
Alrighty. An 11.
Hey.
Yep. So you are doing a significant. Oh, this is me choosing. Okay. So this isn't an ultimate. You don't have to replace a theme. This isn't a no return situation either. It is significant. Mark a fade or crack on a theme. So essentially, you're gonna rupture probably one of your logos.
I was going to say, does it have to be logos since the book said logos?
It's probably logos because you are definitely stepping away from your humanity to do this. You are reaching into the mythos of the apocalypse fully to touch a tectonic plate.
That's dope. I love that.
All right.
It can have far-reaching consequences. I like it too.
I'm gonna crack my prevent the end of the world, because
That's fair.
she's trying to prevent the end of the world, and she's causing the end
You're
of the world.
kind of causing it, yeah, right now. Yeah, yep, that's fair. I like it.
You know, Mr. Fantastic and Dulcim also have far-reaching consequences.
Oh, it's love and consequences. That's their, that's their fists. That's what they
Isn't
name
that a thing?
them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So you stick your hands out, your eyes roll back. You can see you can see the apocalypse that could come from this. You watch the island get split in half and swallowed. But you channel it, you control it, and you break open the ground beneath you. It does break a lot. So the church breaks open a bit. The ground goes down. You're not sure where you break it open into. It seems like you access a sewer. But the sewers are full of water. So people start falling in this water. And the three of you, you guys are still on the up, but there's not really much floor left. It's really all slanting down. It's hard to not fall in there. Most people do.
Can I say, as Max is activating this display of power, blood is just kind of, coming out of her nose, her eyes, and her ears.
Yeah. You're bleeding out of all your face holes. Absolutely. Yeah. You look like you were in a bombing. I believe that means it's Aaron's turn.
Yeah.
I'm also not gonna. None of them are gonna respond to that either. There's not really much. I don't feel like much is cinematically correct in response to that.
Yeah. So floor's kind of slanted. The thing broke in the center.
Yeah, it broke in the center. There's a crack in the earth. There's water. Mm-hmm. Like, some water comes up from there when it first happens. And now the water down there is very turbulent. And you guys do kind of... I'll give you this. You'll feel another wave come. Like another shock wave. As the aftershocks continue.
I'm going to shout across the room to Tim. Tim, get that door open, and I'm going to be pointing to the steel door. And how many there's... I'm just trying to think really quick of this scene. I want to
It's like
help
20 people sliding into the water.
I
Some of them are getting
actually-
whisked away. There's 2 cultists that are still awake. The other 2 fell in, and they're probably going to drown.
I'm going to summon some more of the deep. I want to know if I can summon like the deep ones who reside in Riley to like pull people up.
That's kind of fucked
Or-
up. But yeah, probably.
Yeah. So it's sort of, bittersweet for everybody.
So there
But-
is... Let's see. What would this fall
I don't know if I can-
under? Because I feel like they do explain which one of these is like summoning. I feel like change the game's probably, right?
That makes sense.
You are changing the game pretty significantly. So yeah, change the game rule, please, to summon the denizens of Ryla.
And then that looks like
Which
they
is
come up
exactly
from the water
what you're
with
trying
no
to
clear
prevent.
source. Hey, this is Mythos business. Okay?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, they like come up from the water with like no clear source, like almost like they just come up from like the ground. And when they do, they come up like gripping like someone by the ankle and like dragging them up. And once they're like relatively safe, not even necessarily entirely safe, then they just like sink back into the water. And the person's leg actually is like still held until they're like fully, the deep one is returned. That is, of course, if I succeed. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Ha! You failed. No, I'm just kidding.
Success.
You did okay. So you get juice. You get 3 juice. You can create a story tag. You can burn a power tag or story tag. or you can give a status. But I feel like you're trying to create story tags. I feel like they're all denizens of Ryla.
Denizens of Ryla sounds like an excellent story tag. That makes perfect sense.
I'll give you a 3 status denizens of Ryla. You know what? I'm gonna put those. I want you to put those statuses on your character sheet, and they are technically negative.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah. They count towards your being knocked out because they strain you. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's a fun way to do it.
Totally.
But yeah, so just out of like, it seems like out of the surface of the water, they just ascend, and they're holding some of these people. They seem like people, but they look drowned. And upon closer inspection, they have gills and dead eyes, and some of them don't have arms. Some of them have tentacles.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what a
She had gills and dead eyes. Hey,
like a
she had
dog's
tentacles.
eyes. My wife. All right. So, anyways. But yeah, they start dragging people out of the water. It does work. It does happen. It does start happening. At this
I'm
point.
sorry. The power of the gatekeeper has to be respected. You can't just go doing your own stuff, lady.
No, that's fair. You'll hear chanting begin from somewhere upstairs. You can tell it's Helen's voice. It's deep and booming as she is casting a spell. And while I'll say, because you're touching this part of your mythos, you can feel the people down below drowning. There are people down there that are drowning. I don't know if that bothers you, but hey, it's happening.
It's immersive. No, it's great.
I didn't make you take a
not
fucked
great,
up mythos.
You know, it's right. It's on me. I did it to myself.
Yep. Gary should have taken Krampus so I could make him like have to eat children. It'd be fun.
Yes.
Your dynamic with Maxine would be way different. It's like a Tweety
Christmas game.
It's a Tweety Bird situation.
Yeah, right. We're Tweety and Sylvester. Just got to keep an eye on
And
us,
then
because as soon as you look away, I'm gonna eat him.
Ellen's the old lady.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun game.
Right.
But
Then I'm gonna say Max would have the mythos of the little drummer boy/girl.
Offering bucketash. I didn't the mythos of Sylvester.
Sweet,
10 out of 10.
Tweety Bird. Yeah. So we're gonna pop back. Pretty much, I'm like, they're just losing their turn mostly. The two cultists that are still down here. You kind of broke like the earth. I feel like they're gonna take a minute. But you do hear Helen chanting on her turn, which means I'm using the DM move Foreshadowing. So Tim.
I'm gonna try to break this door, even though I didn't think I could break the door. Now that Ellen said I could break the door, now I think I can.
It's not going to be. It's not easy.
Not for you. You're not a troll king.
It's not easy for anyone. It's designed with you in mind, buddy.
We'll find out about that.
We'll find out.
Get behind me. Clobbering time. Open close from my regular everyday job. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. Let's see. And then crusty armor, so I don't hurt my little hand when I punch this door. For my 4th and final tag.
Everybody's just singing apocalypse songs in the chat, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's because all of us are nihilists, and we can't wait for the fucking world to end.
We
All right.
get to die. We finally get to die.
Woohoo! The best thing about dying is knowing that all your friends are gonna die too.
I'm Mr.
That's
Meeseeks.
It would make it a lot less painful for me if I knew we were all gonna die. That seems
That's
like a
fair.
good
We're
time.
gonna go at least together.
I'll see you
Yeah,
all
that's
in hell.
right.
Oh, man. Thanks, Vampire.
I'm not going to hell. I'm gonna wait outside.
I'm coming back as
another
a butterfly.
Can't make me go in.
I'm going to advance an existing threat with a GM power-up.
Okay.
The chanting crescendos above you as the organ music, and everything starts shaking again. You look at Maxine to see if she's doing it. It's not her, and you feel the waters swell up and start trying to pull people down that were swimming to the surface on their own. Like they're starting to get dragged back down.
Everybody knows the best way to break a giant steel door is to just start punching at the bottom corner so you can peel it back like a can of tuna. So I am going to roll whatever you say I need to roll.
Did you grab your face, Aaron, because he's trying to open it like a cartoon?
100%. It's excellent.
This is excellent. Open this cartoon door, dog.
What do you want me to... What move would you like me to roll?
This is definitely going to be a toe-to-toe.
Toe-to-toe. Okay.
I'll consider this under, like, season
I have
object.
rolled a 15!
Woo!
Hell yeah.
With 4 power, which I think... I don't know if that makes it dynamite, but I think over 12 is dynamite.
You have to have a thing that lets you do
you
that.
have to have a thing.
You would have to specialize and go toe-to-toe.
Nice. Okay.
And then you would be able to dynamite. But this is very good, and since I allowed you to make the roll, obviously, if it's possible, you did it, and since, yeah. So, you do bend open the door. You're able to get, like a hole in it, where someone might be able to fit through. Which is, I mean,
yeah.
you fold this thing like a frying pan a little bit.
Wade across the room
It's
as
like
the
a
water's
10-foot
rising.
thick steel plate, yeah.
It's only about waist high to me as other people are being swept away as it comes up over their heads. My massive troll form goes to the door, and my huge left arm just boom at the bottom corner. Boom! Boom! And then the fourth hit, boom! Just bends the corner back just enough.
Yeah, some of the people that Aaron's minions have rescued start to escape through there. They start running away. Yes, we are doing end of the world songs, so put your best verse in the chat. Hey, our favorite will get a shout out. I don't know.
Vamp has already done my favorite. That's the one I would have done. It's
R.E.M.?
the end
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah,
as we know
yeah,
it.
that's probably my favorite too.
Yeah, you got big shoes to fill if you're trying to beat Vamp at this point.
It's a good one.
Well, you know, Corbinian did hit.
Man Who Sold the
I
World.
actually honestly don't know. Yeah, which is
No.
very appropriate. I feel like it hits just right.
It does hit pretty good. Yeah, I just like everything that's going on. So, yeah, people are being saved. Officially, you guys have a pipeline to save people. But Aaron, you do feel people drowning. And you feel that Helen is doing something above to make your efforts fail. And she has been imbued with might from Vampire.
Above, you said?
Above.
And then I say to Max, Max, I look, and are you, like, okay? I mean, I know you're not okay, but, like, I ask of you... I don't say this, actually. I'm just thinking in my head, like, I couldn't imagine asking Max to do anything else at this point. The roof, Max.
Oh.
The roof.
The roof is
Break
on
the roof.
fire.
Out of character,
Break it.
I have an idea. Because we already kind of established that Max kind of went into Helen's head earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say there's a connection there. It's like a door that keeps open both ways at this point. You want to do a tag team attack on Psyche? Max will be the bridge. You be the missile. Want to do that, Eric?
There's a moment where, well, I guess out of character, I'm terrified of getting, like, the gate that close to Helen. That is my only concern. Otherwise, yeah, just direct line some whispers.
I was thinking I would use as Max being the bridge, see through the culprit's eye. My friends, basically whatever whispers, Max is going to amplify them with her fear ability.
Okay, cool. I'm game.
Are you game?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So should I make my roll first, and then you make your roll for it?
So yes, I imagine as I call out to you and I point up, then we sort of share a moment of like this plan. And you generate, you make your roll first, and then I'll send the whispers.
All right. I'm going to use the power tags of see through culprit's eye, my friends, ear, and deny, because we're also denying Helen's plans. I'm going to use the weakness tag of... Can we use 2 weaknesses at once, or only one?
You can use as many as you want.
Yeah, you could use them all if it makes sense.
I'm going to use hubris because Max might be biting off more than she could chew with this plan, and nightmares. I will say, with using nightmares again, the next day when she has nightmares, you could give her some sort of penalty of because she's not going to be able to sleep well.
Noted.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You're never sleeping again, Mr. Kapow. For
I
tonight,
wanted
you die.
Yeah. I'm going to use... Oh, and also I think... Let's see here. Would this be a change the game or roll or a...
Wait, what are you trying to do to her?
Is this a... Would this be a change the game roll, or would it be a core move?
Aren't you launching Ellen at her like a missile?
Yeah. A psychic missile, basically.
Oh, like you're launching her mind inside her mind?
Yeah. Max is the bridge. Max is the catapult, and Els is the boulder.
Yeah, let's go toe-to-toe.
Okay. There's a core move. Since it's a core move, I have my thing is called Shit is Getting Real. Every core move you make that is crucial to the manifestation of your destiny is dynamite as a side effect. In addition to your mystery, your destiny functions as an identity. The moves make a hard choice and end thing or other. So I think possible dynamite.
Possible dynamite. That was my nickname in high school. Henrietta Armitage.
Hey!
Hey, it's dynamite. You did it.
Nice.
You did a dynamite go toe-to-toe. I have that section open. Because for some reason I had a feeling that tonight was the night. So dynamite. Yeah, dynamite go toe-to-toe. You receive all 3 move options. You don't have to choose 2. You get all 3.
Heck yeah. We're countering. The third one is block, dodge, or counter. We're countering. I want to... Whatever Ellen does goes back to Helen threefold.
Yeah, she can't lash back at you. You get them good, so you get hit them with a tier 4 status. And you achieve your goal. So you connect their minds together, essentially. And I feel like the status would be tier 4 connected.
So can I throw hit it with all I've got?
Yeah. Do it.
And the intention specifically.
Are you
is
willing to take a tier 4 connected status?
That is spooky.
It goes both ways.
Yes. As a player, I am. As a character, it's
Your mind's,
unexpected consequence.
Your minds connect. You get a brief glimpse into Helen. you'll see ancient chambers, ancient rituals, great, like Greek pantheon style temples, and her being worshipped by the practitioners of the craft. Yeah.
I see.
So that's who this is. She is. Well, I mean, you're inside her head. You kind of get a bit of her mythos. She is the mythos of Hecate. Essentially a goddess of witchcraft. So.
I think I've met her.
Nice.
Hecate. So, yeah, and there's this feeling of, like, disdain for the hubris, almost, from something that's not entirely Ellen's, but, so, the whispers, I want to blast, like, some maddening, good old-fashioned language, but not just the language. It's like they wouldn't do it quite, but this hubris and this concept of all of her stuff backfiring, like, that comes into play to, like, start to bring doubt into what she's doing. And with that doubt, disrupt the ritual, I guess.
Okay.
Bam! That's a 10. Great success.
It's a good success.
And then I'm gonna get him good, just all the way. I'm gonna get him good and gain the upper hand, actually, for the sake. Well, I guess it just generates juice. But
generated juice, yeah.
Yeah.
So you generated juice. So that's one juice floating. There's also 2 in the pool that you collectively share. And right now you're putting a tier 2 status of doubt on her, but you can pump that up with juice.
So I generated 1 juice.
Yeah, one
and
sitting
then
there. Yeah.
I get her good. So we're gonna go to tier 3, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spend the juice
That's tier
to
4.
bump it to tier 4, and then yeah. Do I want to bump it up another one? Can I? What's that? What were
You
gonna
can
say?
if you want to.
I also remind the GM that when the game session started, we all got boomed. So don't we
You
have
all get
now
boomed.
Right.
3?
Mhm.
3?
If you want, you can spend it as juice if you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and use that one then. We'll throw the toss the freebie on it to bump it to a 5.
You want me to dump the other boons into the juice pool too?
No. For that.
You said no.
So I'm good with that.
Okay.
If the others are.
I'm okay with that.
Cool. So that means
Let's do it.
you got +3, but you're spending how many? 1?
I
Extra?
spend 2, so we go to 5.
Okay. So.
So-
Okay. So it's gonna go to 4. Okay. You have 4 in your collective juice pool. You hit her with a 5 doubt, so you invade her mind and you just hit her. You just make her question everything about what she's doing. She's going to doubt what she's doing. You can feel it creeping up. You can feel her. You can see her seeing the end game and wondering if it's the right thing to do, and if she'll actually come out ahead in this. She was promised so much power, but you can see the fear that's behind it. The fear of what's coming. I'm gonna spend my final GM power up. She is full of doubt. She's going to fall to her knees. She's going to stop doing what she's doing. She's going to look inside her mind and talk to you directly, Ellen. Where you were too late. You can feel somebody down there. You actually know somebody that's down below the water. You're not sure how she got there. You're not sure where she was. I didn't really have much chance to describe her being there before the earth swallowed everyone. But Allie, is below the water right now, and you become suddenly aware of her as she drowns.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No, but she's
I wasn't going to be able to do any of that stuff at all if it wasn't for 3 GM power-ups. Thanks, chat.
totally. Dang. Yeah, and there's
You guys are pretty on
there's
it.
like
But hey, I don't know, it kind of happened differently because Hecate doesn't really get her moment of victory. She didn't, like, at the end of it, she's like, I don't want this to happen anymore.
Can I say at this point it's basically that scene from Office Space where him, Ellen, and Max are taking that printer into that field and just basically smashing it to smithereens, and the printer is basically Helen.
You want to take her into a field and beat her to death?
Metaphorically, that's basically
Metaphorically,
what we're doing right now. Psychically, that's what we're doing.
Well, metaphorically, she has a paper jam.
The psychic part of it.
It's like, yeah, she's mentally constipated. That's what it means.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she, you can feel her drown. She will bob to the surface. One of your minions will drag her, up, and they'll take her body out. They'll be filing people out of this area. Hecate is no longer fucking with you guys, so the water's no longer swelling up and trying to pull people in. The water's still pouring from the walls, but there's a huge hole for it to go into. With the water minions, and, you know, super strong troll, and then, you know, the apocalypse being able to make holes and shit, you guys are pretty easily able to get the rest of the people out of the hole that are still alive. It's not 100%. Some people drowned really fast because, you know, if you take a breath when you go underwater because you're surprised, you know, most people aren't trained for that. So some of them
Getting yanked into an underground earthquake will do that.
Yeah, and some people went unconscious, just instantly drowned. It's not great.
I mean, collateral damage to save the world.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not blaming you. They were gonna die if you did nothing too, so it's all good. But yeah, so you are all able to leave this basement through this hole that Tim made. There's still water pouring down. It's this horrible scene. I imagine you leave all the rest of the bodies because, you know, why are you going to drag them all up? Your minions.
imagine they start to fade.
You would hope so, but they do not.
You know what? I would hope so, and they don't. Cool. That's cool.
They go into the water. Like, you'll see them poke their little heads up, and then they'll go back down, and you feel them, like, leave. But you still have the status.
Okay. Cool.
Because most statuses don't just go away, so it feels right to me. Yeah. I like it. I like a lot of what's going on right now. You guys are back into the main room of the chapel. Alice is laid out on a pew. A lot of the people are, like, with blankets. They're shaking, stuff like that. You'll see Helen, like, kind of like, she looks disheveled. She looks, you know, her hair's all messed up. She looks like she's looking around, like, unsure, as she comes out of, like, the secret door that you didn't notice before. And she's, like, looks at you guys, and she, like, starts walking quickly away, like, towards the other side of the building. Not sure where she's going, but, yeah.
Helen, wait. One thing.
She's like ah. She's kind of frazzled. I mean, you can go after her. She's not going to get away. It's just that's her.
No,
state.
if she's like really frazzled, then I actually don't call her out. And
you don't have
she
to.
does. I just don't call her out.
She's gonna go hide in her office if you want to fuck with her.
I'm gonna say at this point right now, Maxine's unconscious. Narratively,
You're just out of it. Yeah,
out of it. Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah, you took your time out of the scene. Go ahead and do you have any statuses?
Other than that crack, that's it.
Oh, okay. You're good then. Yeah, you'll just be sort of drained. Tim and Ellen. All these people are like looking around. They don't know what to do. It's still pouring outside. The rain didn't stop. Something about the storm doesn't sit right. But these people they don't really know what to do. They're trying to get dry. They're trying to get warm. Somebody found some blankets. Most of the faithful have disappeared, gone their own separate ways. You'll see one of them like running out the front door into the rain.
That's fair, honestly. If we can't do anything else for them, we need to. Well, if Helen's not running the ritual anymore, then who is?
Well, I'll look around and be like, it started raining before we got here. Ever since that lightning guy flashed away.
Yeah, mutton chops, right?
So just
Lightning chops.
I understand the thought that he has lightning, but he was just really fast and it took an opportune moment.
Maybe he made the storm.
I just want that to be clear. He's not Raiden or anything.
He's a lightning guy.
Maybe
definitely.
he's the mythos of the storm gods.
Oh, he's the mythos of the lightning god from Big Trouble in Little China.
There it is.
What a character.
We just need to inflate him.
Is he one of those guys with the beard and he like throws it because he's so wise? Is he one of those guys?
No, he's one of the three storm lords of Lopan.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I need to rewatch it. Yeah. Someone puts a blanket over Allie. You're not sure when she got here. She must have gotten here before you, doing some investigating. It seemed that she got swallowed up in the room collapse. But if anyone checks, yes, she's not breathing.
Yeah, I do. I check on her and spend some time with her.
Do you touch her?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright.
She will take a deep breath in.
Allie. And I like kind of help her sit up a little bit. Is she breathing or like coughing or
So,
alive?
no, she's not doing really much of either. She might be breathing. She's not coughing. She just takes in that one breath and sits
Okay.
up. And then you're both standing on the steps of the tomb.
I didn't mean to open the gate. We're both standing there.
Hmm?
I'm gonna look at her.
She's standing, like, in front of the tomb looking at you.
I'm gonna like call out to her. Allie, wait! I'm gonna like rush up to her.
That's gonna be one of those, like, long, elongating hallway situations. As her head cocks to the side, her eyes turn red. And you see in the lightning strike the full colossal shape of Cthulhu outlined behind her. And then you're both back in the church. Another, like, the same lightning bolt that did that brings you back, turns the lights off. The lights come back on not too long after that, and she's gone.
I slowly stand up. My hands are shaking. And Max is out, right? And so this happens kind of during that time that you're out, sort of, and we're kind of thinking about our next step. But I go to Tim. Oh, what were we gonna say?
I wanted to put Max out because if she wasn't out, the thing would happen that I would not want to happen.
That's fair, yeah. So Max takes a little nap. Max gets a little sleepy nap in. And, but I go to Tim. And I look distraught. And I say, she said it was too late. We can't, we don't have any time now. We need Max as soon as she wakes up. And I just kind of like look toward where she's at. And there's that fear in Ellen's eyes.
I could see that swimming sort of comes secondhand to you. I know you're a marine biologist, you spent time in the water, but the rest of us are going to have a hard time swimming across town at this rate. Maybe we're too late, but
Making
maybe
my
that's
way
just
downtown.
maybe they're just telling us we're too late so that we stop trying. If I was a bad guy, that's what I would tell the heroes.
Well, let's do the best we can for the people here, and see if we can, get Max back on her feet. You're right, we're not going to be able to go anywhere out there, at least not very far. And I wouldn't really know where to go anyway, except... And there is that stare and that pause from Ellen.
Didn't somebody say something about a crazy, like a lab on a hill, like a mad scientist hospital with like Tesla coils on top, sipping lightning and stuff? Isn't there like a really obvious bad guy building around here? At least that's the way I had envisioned it when they kept talking about the doctor.
They're
Crazy white hair sticking up all over the place, like a one-eyed monocle, that's all glowing
Doctor.
blue or something.
I do remember. But I can't get close to him, not now.
Well, I could still call my friends' local emergency number and see if we have a boat or something down here. We may not be stranded. We may just have to wait a little while for an evac.
Let's do that. Let's get these people the care they need to. If they can send boats out here, then let's get that call through.
Yeah, all we have to do is say there was an earthquake.
Hopefully they felt it.
The island starts to shake again, as if on cue.
Oh, man, that was almost like it was on cue.
I'm gonna look at Max when that happens.
Max is in and out. Max is very tired. Yeah, so you'll see some stuff going on outside. You'll hear rescue workers doing their thing. You'll hear boats go by. You'll see a helicopter shine lights in the window at one point. Not necessarily for you. The power does go out in this building. People light candles as you'll wait for a boat to whisk you off, supposedly to the mental facility that was your other lead in this situation. But it seems that someone new walks among you. It seems that the apocalypse is still very much on track. And we're going to have to find out what happens next episode. So I think...
Look at you.
I think this is... was this 8?
This was 8. That's correct.
So next episode is... Was it Pan Ultimate? and then we have the ultimate after that. So we have 2 more episodes left in this City of Mist game. Right towards the end, I always start to feel my stride a little bit. Like things were getting pretty interesting there. I liked it. But like any City of Mist game, we have to end it the right way, which means we're going to be geeking out during the credits. For those of you that have never seen us play City of Mist, this is a mechanic that is built in to the game. At the end of every session, it is supposed to be kind of like a television show. You're going to geek out during the credits. At the end of the session, you can answer 1, 2, or 3 of the following questions and gain their benefits by doing so. How has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? Or, which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? So, whoever wants to go first, you can answer 1, 2, or 3.
I will go with how has the crew grown this session, and I'll mark an attention because we didn't use any weaknesses. And I think that the crew grew emotionally and tactically. You know, usually it's one or the other, whether there's a moment that makes us all feel or a moment that we fight together and become a better squad. But between all of it in this session, between the sort of panic going on, the loss of lives, the beginning had a lot of moments where both Aaron and Michael's characters were going through some really intense shit. And of course, my character not as much, but still, I thought it was pretty crew growing as a whole. So I would mark an attention for that.
Absolutely, everyone mark an attention on your crew card.
The other question I have is which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what will show up? And for me, it's just the bridge at this point. There's been, we're 7 or 8 episodes in, and I spent 0 time on the bridge. Even when my character is off-screen working, I think that more applies to the routine of working the toll booth, not as much as the turf bridge, even though I am there, but I feel like that one's under some strain.
Can I interject really quick? What if it isn't physical bridge we're talking about? What if it's the metaphysical bridge of between Tim, Max, and Els?
If it was my
Bridge of
mythos,
friendship.
if it was my mythos, that would work. But it's my logos, so it's
Okay.
literally the daily. It's literally the bridge, the figure bridge. And I've actually already flipped that one in the past and wrote something on the backside. So there's that. So I mark another crack on that, and that brings me to 2 cracks on the bridge.
You can flip from the bridge to the island to the bridge from Terabithia, and that could be a Mythos card.
Oh,
No, Gary's like, why?
It's like, yeah, why? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you trying to prove with that?
That bridges go places, I guess. Every
I'm
time
the mythos of the bridge.
God destroys a bridge, he creates a bridge.
Beautiful. Really
He
hardcore.
creates 2 bridges.
He creates
When it comes to God and bridges, they're like the heads of hydras.
God destroys a bridge. He creates 2 bridges to nowhere.
It is a bridge
A
too
bridge of
far.
teamwork.
Corbinian.
Winchester's World of Bridges. So, I'm going to answer a couple questions.
Okay,
I think that... Can I answer the same question twice? Is that valid?
if you want to.
Because I feel like I had good interactions with both characters. We did talk about sort of...
If you feel that way, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, so Max and Ellen, it's really cool for them to have like a moment of like sort of like Gary mentioned, the tactical coordination and stuff like that. And also there's a lot more like support for each other, recognizing and helping each other through the challenges that we're enduring through this as a group. So I do want to say that was cool for Max and Ellen to come through that way, and I want to throw a help point there. I want to say similarly with Tim. It was like a kind of similar situation where I feel like the dynamic is falling into place, as these 3 friends have gotten back together. And I know it's kind of a crew thing, but I do feel like Tim and Ellen are finding out how to bounce off each other and coordinate, sort of with Max in the way that Max is also kind of because of the whole apocalypse thing going on with her is also kind of like her own thing. You know what I'm saying?
I completely
so-
agree, because initially it was like Katie's character was sort of outgoing and my character was outgoing and
Mhm.
your character was sort of introverted with what was going on in your character's life. But with
Mhm.
her exit from the campaign, our characters have had to form a different relationship because of that. And yeah, I for sure felt that coming across as like, hey, they're more friends now than usual, because they were almost acquaintances before, it felt like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so with that being said, I do want to throw a third and final crack on this objective perspective
Did
thing
you
that
say
I've had going on.
final?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I made a mistake last time. I didn't mean the card was just flipped because I'd writ on the back of it, but I flipped it back. And this will be the third crack. And yeah, there's a lot of this coldness, a lot of this like really cut dry attitude that Ellen has had to protect herself emotionally. But these events have forced that box to forced her out of that box, and she's had to actually, reconnect with these friends and step out from just this sort of self-driven place into something that's a little more out there.
As madness enters the world, your objective thought leaves you. You gain a new mythos. Yep. A new mythos card. And, you don't have to do it on the spot. But hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have become a borderline character. You are one card away from an avatar, if I'm not mistaken.
I only had one mythos.
You only have one mythos. Okay, so you're
this has-
you're balanced. Finally, your mythos is awakened enough then. So this
Yeah.
is actually probably a good thing.
That's true.
I like that. Excellent. What good timing too. Was that all your questions?
That is it. That's all I got.
Well done. I liked it. Mr. Kapow.
Well, going down the list, how has this crew grown this session? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna agree with what everybody already said. We're really kind of finding our stride as a team, as a crew. We're learning each other's strength and weaknesses. So we basically, I want to say we now, at the very least, know how each one of our powers work, and as characters we know how it's a basic idea of how they could synergize. Example being Max became the bridge to allow Oz to psychically attack Helen. I want to see if I could mark attention on our crew card on that.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You guys did a team move. That's okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. And which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? I'm going to say it would have to be Els. Once again, going back to that the teamwork attack and the fact that if Aaron's okay with this, I want to say it's kind of established that once a connection is created, it's like a door that's now can open and close. So Max and Els has kind of a psychic link between them.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense with me. I feel like
So I
because there's both like with the apocalypse thing and the City of Riley thing, there's like a sort of relationship that our mythos share and our logos share with our history.
Exactly, and I'm gonna throw a help point to Ellen on that. Which of your theme is under most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect would show its place? I still gotta say, I feel, unless anybody could say otherwise, I've been pretty balanced between using all my mythos and my logos. So I don't know.
Wait, what?
On that, I'm saying I've been pretty balanced between both.
Yeah, yours are all kind of yours all kind of stayed because they're all relevant to what's going on, more or less. You stay pretty balanced, which is good.
Yeah.
So that was Geeking Out during credits. This was Setting and Mr. Sunwheel Games, a Powered by the Apocalypse setting with tags, playbooks, and all that good stuff. Episode 8 out of 10. 2 more left to see, to watch the world end, really. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for all the boons, dooms. Thanks for all the chat. Thanks for all everything. It's been great. It's been a great stream. And really, I mean, you guys watching made it that way. So, thank you so much. This has been Fresh Out the Box. I've been Jehananon at RockFact on Twitter.
It's me, Casualty CDG, and you can find me at Casualty CDG on all the social media things. If you like Jahan's voice and my face, and you can check out Fresh Out the Podcast. We have a podcast available where all podcasts are available. It's about movies, streaming shows, video games, pop culture, and just other things. Just things, things. You like things, don't you? Check out our podcast, you things liker. And thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night for Thursday.
Good times. Yes. Speaking of Thursday, I, Aaron Bombier, also known out there as Serendipity 2, will be there. It'll be fun. But besides watching me play games, you can also go to adventureselling.com and check out some of the stuff that I do. My dad and I are writing New of Arden, which is an open... I'm sorry, it's not an open setting TTRPG. It is a...
original setting.
Original setting. Thank you so much. I could not think of that word for a second. It's an original setting, and honestly, I think it's pretty cool. But of course, I would say that. But I mean, check it out and decide for yourself if it's cool. You can download a quick start beta, or a quick start of our beta rules, which we have updated substantially since then as we prepare for a crowdfund campaign next month. So check it out. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, you can also check out the Adventure Sling podcast, where we talk to other people in the tabletop gaming community and have a good time. And you can check that out again at adventuresling.com. That's it.
That is in the chat, adventuresling.com in the chat. I would also like, did you mention that tomorrow's our finale of our Fantasy Age
Tomorrow
campaign?
is our finale.
Oh.
That's right. I'm really excited.
And then we're going to take a week off, and then we're doing a session 0, then we're starting another Fantasy Age campaign. So if you're getting in at the end, that's fine, but we are going to start another one soon. So hey, look at that.
With the second edition Fantasy Age book.
With the second edition Fantasy Age book, which you can buy using the code Fresh Out the Box and check out on greenrunner.com. Alright, sorry, Michael.
Hey guys, I, as always, am Michael Powell, aka your dastardly, dashing Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. And yeah, that's where you can find me on the social medias or on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff like my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure, where we got a new Minds of Memora video interview with Gary here. So yeah, check that out. It's a lot of fun. Along with that, I also have another video, which is a few friends and I, we were on the LA premiere of Dungeons & Dragons the movie, so we gave our review and discussion on it, so that's really fun. And my upcoming schedule is, see here, Wednesdays, I'm here at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for City of Mist. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am on the Toyzilla Network channel for Toyzilla Live, which is a toy and collectible show. And then every other Friday, I'm back here once again for a Modern Age Threefold. So yeah, that's really fun. We play, it's kind of like Mighty Max. So yeah. And you know what? Let's say this down. I'm putting this out here. This Sunday, I don't know when, but this Sunday, I'm going to stream something on my own Twitch channel. I don't know what I'm streaming, but I'm going to do it. So hold me to it, unless my internet goes down. So that's the only reason I won't be doing it. Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, everyone, check out Mr. Kapow's Twitch for sure. Couple things. You remind me. Yeah, if you want to hear about the Dungeons & Dragons movie, we just did a podcast. Episode 81 of Fresh Out the Podcast is all about the Dungeons & Dragons movie with special guest, the mayor of Nerdtropolis himself, Sean Tajapur.
Nerd Tajapur.
Nerd Tajapur, the mayor of
I don't even think he'd be upset
I
if
don't think
you
he'd
called
be
him
upset.
Veritagepur. I don't think he'd care at all.
I don't think he would care in the least. Also, I'd like to point out, thank you, Vampire Bites, for the 3 Game Master power-ups that are meant for me to use tomorrow night during the Fantasy Age finale. So, thank you so much. And thanks, everybody. Stay fresh.
Bye.